Small black cylinders for weeks on end. Our defence correspondent John Andrews joined HMS Trafalgar for the last 4 days of its deployment.
Down the hatch. It's a squeeze aboard a submarine. More than 100 men have to live and work in the space around HMS Trafalgar's incredibly complex machinery. Unlike subs of old, it doesn't smell, despite a ban on aerosols which can damage the sub's delicate artificial atmosphere.
Other things that are banned are roll-on deodorants, aftershave or anything that contains alcohol. Even shoe polish is limited to around 20 cans per submarine.
Full dive on the planes.
Full dive on the planes.
30 metres.
It's Matt Parr's first command, and the skipper is the only person with his own cabin. It's about the size of a stair cupboard. Whenever there are more than 99 on board, then this is where the overflow come to sleep, down in the missile racks. I've got, a hand span of space above my nose. But I'm not complaining, I'm only on board for 4 days, and the guys who've been on board for 7 months have even less space to call their own.
Half past, Steve, right? Half past.
The ratings get little more than a shelf to sleep on, stacked 3 deep. It's not unusual for men to dream they've been nailed in a coffin. Even that space isn't their own. When they're not in their bunk, someone else is.
Anywhere where you're with the same people for many, many weeks, there is going to be friction. But the sort of nature of the submariner is to walk away from it. It's very rare that you get heated words. People just go and do something different, get out of each other's way, or sit quiet on their own.
But everywhere is taken up with stores, spares and equipment. When every square inch of stowage space has been used, then things have to go on the floor, and you can find yourself walking over vital pieces of equipment. The chefs say stowage is their biggest problem, not the task of cooking 5 meals a day for 100 men in their small galley.
So we work 7 days a week, 14 hours a day, continuous, for 3 months, 2 months, however long the trip is. Until we get in somewhere, we get back home. So it is hard.
But having been doing it for 8 years, presumably you enjoy it?
No, just the money really.
But the menu, as HMS Trafalgar sneaks silently under the site of the famous battle, shows the miracles they can work. A single glass of wine at this special celebration is the only alcohol the officers touch during the run home. They too work 6 hours on, 6 off, 7 days a week. And there are reports and appraisals to write when they're off watch.
It's a big day in any submariner's life, the award of your dolphins.
Submariners regard themselves as an elite corps, and it's this, as much as the £15 a day extra pay, which keeps them underwater, and perhaps out of trouble as well.
Congratulations.
100 men from the aircraft carrier Illustrious were arrested during a run ashore in Australia, but Trafalgar didn't have a single incident.
I'm lucky on board here as the first lieutenant. I have a very mature ship's company, and they have not let me down at all. They've been excellent.
Fire! 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 Fire in the ship's office!
Discipline on board is vital. Thousands of submariners have lost their lives because someone made a small mistake. A nuclear submarine is almost inconceivably complicated. It takes longer to train their engineers than it does a doctor.
I didn't do my degree within the Navy, but I still spent 4 years training before I could do this job within the Navy, so it does take a while to give you the sufficient level of knowledge to take on the job that I'm doing at the moment.
There are 9 of these road maps outlining just the basics of more than 30 essential electrical, hydraulic, air pressure and weapons systems, and manuals you could stack floor to ceiling. But if it does go horribly wrong, Lenny Manning is the last man out through the escape hatch.
The worst thing about it would be just the fear factor, I think. I mean, we all do it in training, the escape tanker Dolphin, which you escape from about 100 feet. But to do it for real in anger, I think the adrenaline would be flowing and maybe you'd be a bit nervous than you are now.
Taking people, missiles and a nuclear reactor deep below the ocean for weeks, even months at a time, is an extraordinary idea.
It's generally not as bad as what people make out. You do get a bit homesick and things do get a bit frayed every now and again, but generally the camaraderie is absolutely brilliant.
40 revolution set.
Select lock on emergency blows.
Select lock on emergency blows.
Make a pipe, the submarine will shortly surface in emergency blows.
20 tower up a lid dry. 30 metres, level bubble.
It's actually a pretty ordinary existence in many ways, and we've all grown accustomed to it. We've been trained for it, and
it's something that you get used to very easily. And as for the dangers and the potential hazards involved, I think I'm pretty confident that the design and the quality of the build of the submarine, and perhaps more importantly, the quality of the people and the quality of their training is so good that any risk like that is reduced to a minimum.
Span surface, drain down and open, 1, 2, 3 and 4 LP mast blows, line up, ventilate yellow, prepare the blower for running.
I certainly feel a great deal safer here than I do driving on the M25.
When Trafalgar is equipped with Tomahawk cruise missiles next year, she'll become the country's most potent weapons platform. But her crew will carry on their unrelenting routine, 6 on, 6 off, 7 days a week.
Not, I suspect, a life for many, but some very special people. Time now for a look at tonight's main news headlines. The Queen is